This week on an all-new Tonight Show, Jay welcomes Ewan McGregor, Uma Thurman, David Arquette, and Charles Barkley. Plus the music of Enrique Iglesias and Train. Your local news is next.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
And now that Saddam Hussein's been captured, what does that mean for Iraq and our troops? Our military expert weighs in on WAVY News 10 at 11 next.
How do you create the winningest show in Broadway history?
Step 1. You write the most outrageous musical ever. Step 2. You put everyone in a really nice dress. Step 3. You raise all your money from little old ladies. And before you can say step 4, you've danced off with more Tony Awards than any show in history.
March 16th through the 28th at Chrysler Hall. Tickets on sale now. Call 671-8100.
To release, press the red button. Note the 2-power mid-cabin doors and aft hatch. And enjoy the movie on the DVD screen.
Take off to the Dodge year-end sales drive. Grab Caravan with 0% financing for 60 months or up to a $4,000 cash allowance. Plus now for a limited time, buy or lease a new Caravan and get a $500 Toys R Us gift card.
Bye-bye. See you. Thanks for choosing Dodge.
Hurry to your Dodge dealer and see how good the best values in America can be.
Live from the station on your side, this is WAVY News 10.
First Americans watched as his statue fell in Baghdad. Tonight, many here in Hampton Roads joined the rest of the nation in celebration as news spread that U.S. forces captured Saddam Hussein.
Yesterday, December the 13th, at around 8:30 p.m. Baghdad time, United States military forces captured Saddam Hussein alive.
Many of us woke up this morning to these pictures of a tired, disheveled Saddam Hussein being examined by a doctor. Saddam was captured in an underground hideout on a farm near his hometown of Tikrit. Officials say U.S. forces were led there by a tip from a person close to Saddam's family. President Bush says Saddam will now face the justice he's denied millions of people. We have team coverage tonight, and we begin with WAVY News 10's Steve Handelsman in the nation's capital.
Saddam Hussein has lost the long beard but kept his defiance, making the job tough for U.S. interrogators questioning the dictator now, possibly at Baghdad airport, about the Iraqi resistance.
To try and find out anything that might help us in continuing to fight this group of dead-enders and holdovers on the ground who want to deny the Iraqi people a good future.
Saddam, who once ran a huge army, was no commander at the end. He had money. $750,000 US, but only 2 men. And the dirt hole where Saddam was found near Tikrit had no phone. He had a gun but didn't fight. U.S. forces closed in and forced a crony to reveal Saddam's hiding place.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
U.S. commanders rejoiced. So did Iraqis in Baghdad.
Saddam Hussein is finished because he killed our people, our women, our children.
In Michigan, Iraqi Americans celebrated.
Congratulations!
Happy that Saddam is alive to be held to account.
All the crimes he committed will be exposed because Iraqis for 35 years, they were brainwashed.
But if President Bush celebrated, he didn't let on.
The capture of Saddam Hussein does not mean the end of violence in Iraq. We still face terrorists who would rather go on killing the innocent than accept the rise of liberty.
Still at large tonight is Ibrahim al-Duri, believed to head the anti-American resistance. But Saddam Hussein, shaved and washed and looking his old self, is out of action, in U.S. custody and facing trial for genocide. Saddam on trial in Iraq by Iraqis would send a powerful message. And that's one option under consideration tonight by the Bush administration. From Washington, I'm Steve Handelsman, WAVY News 10.
Now that Saddam Hussein's identity has been confirmed, members of the Muslim community in this country are reacting to his capture. WAVY News 10's Cheryl Tan continues our team coverage tonight. She talked to one local Muslim cleric for his perspective. She joins us now from the newsroom with more. Cheryl.
Stephanie, the confirmation of Saddam Hussein's identity was critical to members of our local Muslim community. They are thankful for the end to one of the most repressive regimes in recent history. But that happiness is overshadowed somewhat by the amount of work that still needs to be done.
Saddam's medical examination proved
the videotape now airing worldwide of a disheveled, disoriented Saddam Hussein gave Muslims like Dr. Ahmed Noor a reason to celebrate. Hussein's positive identification signals the end of an era.
We were hoping that there will be a conclusive evidence that this is the real Saddam Hussein, and one chapter of violence in the Middle East will come to an end.
The capture of Iraq's former dictator could be the start of real change for the Iraqi people, but local Muslims say that will require swift action now.
Of course we are happy, but I think our happiness, as you said, would be complete when we see essentially the mission accomplished.
Our work here still continues.
That mission is threefold: to make a rapid transition to an Iraqi administration that is decent and democratic, to give to the Iraqi people safety, security, freedom, and prosperity, and to bring U.S. soldiers home for good. To do that, Dr. Noor says timing now is everything.
So I think it is very important for us and for our administration really to provide the facts as early as we can provide them, so you dispel any wrong notions about our intent and our essentially future in the Middle East.
For Muslims in this country, the capture of Saddam Hussein is a joyous development because more than anything, it has the potential of providing the downtrodden Iraqi people with something they see too little of: hope. The capture of Saddam Hussein will be incorporated into lesson plans for students at the mosque this week to emphasize the Muslim teaching that no tyrant will escape punishment here or in the hereafter. Stephanie.
Thanks, Cheryl. Local military families are hoping Saddam Hussein's capture provides them some personal gain, like the permanent return of their loved ones from overseas. First Sergeant Daniel Brown is on leave for Christmas. The Army reservist just returned home from his post in Kuwait. His family members are thankful he'll be here in Hampton Roads for the holidays, but they hope the arrest of the former Iraqi dictator will mean he'll soon be home for good.
I'm thinking about the soldiers that are back there waiting. We're all waiting to come home. And I'm thinking, well, it may not be that long before I get back home to stay.
First Sergeant Brown will return to Kuwait the day after Christmas for what he knows will be a very different mission from the one he left behind. Now, contrary to what some may think, Saddam's capture does not mean an end to fighting in Iraq. Our troops may be there for years to come, but WAVY's military expert says this could speed things along.
If indeed the council in Iraq is given the authority to try Saddam Hussein for crimes against the Iraqi people, it will solidify the government of Iraq and will allow us to pull out in a much more orderly fashion than we could have without his capture.
Colonel Fisher says the way Saddam was captured without a fight may also change the attitude of his followers.
I'm glad to hear it's about time.
Everyone's talking about it. Our team coverage of Saddam's capture continues after the break with a look at how Hampton Roads feels about the Iraqi dictator's arrest.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Lawrence here in the Super Doppler 10 Weather Center. Well, this storm that has vexed us all weekend long is now just moving to the north here, say right around the Delmarva Peninsula and on up toward Long Island, New York. As you can see, pretty much the rain is almost over with. But what about another storm by midweek? Could that happen? We'll check it out for you in our Super Doppler 10 forecast straight ahead.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Verizon Communications.
This holiday season, come to Lowe's for great values on great tools. Lowe's has the largest selection of DeWalt, Milwaukee, Hitachi, Bosch, and Shopvac power tools in America, all in stock. Get this Black & Decker mobile workstation for only $278. That's a $422 value. Or buy this Shopvac at our everyday low price of $69.88, which includes $40 of accessories free. So hurry to Lowe's today for great holiday values. Lowe's, improving home improvement.
Don't say no bad words, cause you ain't no puppet shout. Always use good manners when you're eating a sloppy jow. Yeah, go on and on and on and on.
Peace! Mr. Jiggyfly, I have good news.
You enjoyed it then?
No, I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Wrap it up, I'll take it. Wrap it up, I'll take it.
Chevy's wrapping up the year with 0% APR financing on most 2004 Chevy cars. Or get $4,000 total cash back on the Chevy Impala or $3,000 cash back on the Chevy Cavalier. Exclude special value package. The Chevy year-end wrap-up.
See your local Chevy dealer today. This year, 10 was on your side like never before, keeping you informed, protecting you from the storm, and standing up for your rights. We rewind the year to show you the stories that shaped 2003. Whether it's live coverage of breaking news or preparing you for Hurricane Isabel, 10 on Your Side crams the best stories of the year into an action-packed one-hour special. 10 on Your Side Year-End Special, 2003, an unforgettable year. Brought to you by our partners on your side, Saturday, December 27th at 8 p.m.
And now with Sprint, unlimited night minutes instead of starting at 9, start at 7. And your calls are clear. Wait till I tell them about the nationwide network.
Now with Sprint, on any new service plan, you can get 2 more hours of weeknight calling.
News of Saddam's capture by U.S. forces has Hampton roads buzzing. WAVY News 10's Derek Wing spoke to people on the street to get their reactions.
At an ODU commencement ceremony this afternoon, there were lots of reasons to celebrate. Besides seeing loved ones graduate, those in attendance were also excited about the news that Saddam Hussein had been captured and what that meant for those who suffered under his rule.
I hope they get their country back going again, you know, especially with him completely captured now, you know. So hopefully it'll be the beginning of something new for the world, you know.
As well as for our president and the soldiers sent to find him.
Glad to hear it's about time. Hopefully it'll do something to help reinforce what a good job Bush has been doing.
And the troops.
Yeah.
Some were hopeful this major find could signal an end to much of the recent violence.
I think a lot of people in Iraq who were insurgents and stuff now will toe the line and quit fighting for his cause.
While others remain cautious despite the big news.
I don't know if it'll help out against some of the more fanatical fundamentalist Islamic groups.
In Norfolk, Derek Wing, WAVY News 10.
The bottom line here, one of the most intensive manhunts ever conducted by U.S. forces is finally over. American soldiers captured Saddam Hussein in an underground hideout on a farm near Tikrit. Officials say U.S. forces were led there by a tip from a person close to Saddam's family. President Bush says Saddam will now face the justice he's denied millions of people. Our partners at the Daily Press published an extra edition about the capture of Saddam Hussein. It details Saddam's capture and takes a look at what this means for America and Iraq. You can pick up an additional copy of today's Daily Press and the extra edition throughout the week at participating 7-Eleven stores where the Daily Press is normally sold. Keep it right here on WAVY News 10 for continuing coverage of the capture of Saddam Hussein. We'll have the very latest developments from overnight bright and early tomorrow morning starting at 5. Still to come on WAVY News 10 at 11, the trial of sniper suspect Lee Boyd Malvo resumes tomorrow. A look at the week ahead after the break.
It's not your job.
It's not your accent.
Not your clothes.
It's not your car.
It's not your lipstick.
It's not your friends. It's not your shoes.
It's not your laugh. It's not your hair.
It's your watch.
You can tell more about a person by the watch they wear than anything else. Seiko Kinetic, powered by the movement of your body.
Priority is known for its great service, and now we're known for our free manicures on Women's Day.
I just want to thank you.
Whoa. Priority Toyota, Chevrolet, and Acura. We put you first.
Ho, 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 whoa! Hi. What I want is a wireless plan that makes sense. I want the most minutes where I use them the most, and minutes that go where I go. I want minutes here, there, anywhere.
You need Intellos.
Intellos?
It's the Intellos Holiday Sale, featuring unlimited minutes on our entire network, plus 200 nationwide roaming minutes for just $49.99. Plus, get a free color phone and free activation, only at Intellos.
Nobody sees it coming. Nobody anticipates it. But sooner or later, everyone gets an unexpected bill. When your budget's a little tight, where do you go for the money you need? With over 2,000 locations coast to coast, Advance America Cash Advance is the nation's largest, most trusted place to get an advance. So come in for $100 or more and leave with a smile. Advance America Cash Advance, where America goes to get money fast. Call 1-888-68-CASH now.
I can never describe the excitement of that day when I heard I had my first grandbaby. We had 13 grandchildren. Every year, I take them all to Walmart to pick out their Christmas gifts. Everyone has to worry about prices, of course. And Walmart has a great selection of many different things for all different ages. We can get a lot for our money there. Oh my goodness, having the 13 children around me, it's just a great time in life. It really is.
We just ordered these onion rings. So good. We heard they're made from Scratch Daily.
Yes, sir, they are.
Is that him? Are you Scratch Daily, the guy who makes the onion rings?
No, sir.
Is he there? He's not around?
No.
Oh. Well, when he comes back, tell him aces.
Tell Mr. Daly, keep on keeping on. These are delish.
Made from scratch daily. Sonic does it, others don't. Try our handmade onion rings with a supersonic cheeseburger for $3.99. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
This segment of Wavy News 10 is brought to you by Cox Communications.
If you've been thinking about getting cable but thought you couldn't afford it, think again. Because right now, for a limited time, you can get Cox Cable service free for 3 months. That's right, get more channels like Animal Planet, Turner Broadcasting, and QVC, plus your favorite local channels at the great quality only cable can deliver. There's never been a better time to sign up for cable service because right now, it's the best possible price. Free. Call now, 1-877-CALL-COX for 3 months of free cable service. 1-877-CALL-COX.
You're watching Wavy News 10 at 11 with Stephanie Harris, meteorologist Jim Lawrence, and Chris Reckling Sports.
The defense is expected to rest its case tomorrow when the trial of sniper suspect Lee Boyd Malvo resumes in Chesapeake. Prosecutors will then begin rebuttal testimony by presenting their own mental health experts. Malvo is charged in the shooting death of FBI analyst Linda Franklin at a Home Depot parking lot. Malvo's lawyers say he's innocent by reason of insanity. Last week, defense mental health experts testified that Malvo was brainwashed by convicted sniper John Allen Muhammad. And there will be one less juror in the courtroom tomorrow. A judge excused him on Thursday because he's not a Chesapeake resident. Count on Wavy News 10 for the very latest developments from inside the courtroom. Hampton police have arrested 2 people tonight in connection with a triple shooting. Police say 23-year-old Ramon Jose Rogers and 22-year-old Laquan Hussein Muhammad were the gunmen in that shooting. Police were called to the 2000 block of Seward Drive around 1:30 yesterday for reports of shots fired. They didn't find anyone hurt on the scene, but a short time later, 3 shooting victims were reported at local hospitals. All are believed to have been involved in that shooting.
From the Super Doppler 10 Weather Center, here's meteorologist Jim Lawrence with your Super Doppler 10 weather.
Jim, I hope it doesn't get much colder because that rain could freeze.
Oh, yeah. Well, I tell you, I don't think it's going to get quite that cold.
That's
but
good.
I tell you what really concerns us, though, Stephanie, is that we see another storm that's developing here by midweek. In other words, it looks like we had, one last week, which was a superstorm, and also we had something going down in the tropical storm. And then we had one heck of a rainstorm here, say about midweek, I think Wednesday night, where it just seemed like it rained, and it would never stop either Wednesday or Thursday night. And now this storm, and yet there is another one coming our way on Wednesday. So, and I could almost make the case that, say, week after next, that we could see another storm that's developing. So this has been a year of storms. You can see here on the Super Doppler 10 radar, the last of the rain is finally starting to lift out. Let's look at the current conditions right now. Cloudy, areas of fog, Norfolk 39, Peninsula 37, Virginia Beach 39. The high today was 60 and the low 39. We'll give you a look at some of those temperatures across the area. Almost unbelievable when you take a look at them, the spread of temperatures. And this all only happens when we have storms like this. Decreasing clouds overnight. A big warm-up until midweek, reloading for another storm. Mother Nature is doing that to us. A frigid air invasion here by late week. Notice the high temperature, 65. That was the temperature at the Nags Head Fishing Center, and 38 was the temperature in Richmond at the Science Center. So, boy, you talk about a spread. Now, these are high temperatures, and look at that spread there between those two, and you can see how it's the demarcation here, in other words, how it sort of gradually drops. But, boy, you get up there around Richmond, Williamsburg, temperatures really start to drop off. Let's take a look at the bigger picture here, and you can see a little bit of clearing here. It looks like we might see some clearing overnight. Right now, now that we have a very low deck of clouds. All that rain has now lifted to the north. That area of low pressure, as we showed you a while ago, is right here just to the south of Long Island, New York. Looks like it's going to skirt northward. And the jet stream has a ridge out here with a lot of warm air in the central part of the country. That is going to be moving over us in the next couple of days. We're going to get a big warm up in our temperatures coming up, say, on Tuesday and also early Wednesday. But boy, after that, the temperatures are really going to drop like a rock. Right now, we're in the 30s and 40s over the area. You see a lot of 20s out here, and really, truly, it's cold over most of the country. You see 50s spreading way down here into Mexico. Really no 60s at all, except down here in western Mexico. All right, we'll put future track in motion for you. Notice the low as it moves northward here, right off Cape Cod, say by tomorrow. Here comes the air, the high pressure that gradually modifies to give us a warm-up, say, on Tuesday and also into early Wednesday, another front, and also another developing storm here along the coast there at Cape Hatteras. 39 in Norfolk from our weather watchers, 46 the Baywater, 35 in Williamsburg, 36 there in Gloucester tonight, 36 and maybe a few sprinkles around, 37 at Pungo, 35 in Newport News, 34 here on the Middle Peninsula, 51 and mostly sunny in Elizabeth City, 49 in Virginia Beach, about 47 on the peninsula, and 44 at Kilmarnock. Our 3-day forecast, a short break between storms. In other words, our weather has gotten to the point now, it has come down to we take a couple of days between storms of sorts, and we get a lot of rain. The Northeast gets a lot of snow, so 2 days to warm up, but it's going to be very frigid here, unseasonably so, Stephanie, on Thursday and Friday with daytime highs of only about 40 degrees.
Yeah, thanks, Jim.
Okay.
Straight ahead in sports, Tiger Woods makes a charge, but was it enough? Michael Vick gets the boot from the Colts, and the boys take care of business up in Washington, D.C. Chris Reckling has sports next.
Let local merchants bid for your business. Click Shop Around at WAVY.com.
Hey, Mom.
Billy, what have you been doing?
I was online, doing my ocean report. I was checking out some movie clips of great whites while watching a streaming video about shipwrecks. Oh, no. I left the computer on!
Experience the internet as never before with Verizon Online DSL with MSN 8. Now as low as $29.95 a month. This is powerful stuff.
Verizon. Make progress every day.
Need more dough for the holidays? Why not refinance your non-LFCU vehicle loan with Langley Federal Credit Union? You may be eligible for a rate as low as 3.99% APR. With a lower monthly payment, you'll have more dough to play with every month. And to sweeten the deal, for a limited time, Langley Federal will throw in $50 when you refinance a vehicle loan of $10,000 or more. Low rate financing, $50. What are you waiting for?
Unmatched experience and technology. Super Doppler 10 on your side.
This is our chatty family pack. All calls between these phones are... Ring. That would mean this one can call that one. Call this one. Call that one. Call that one. Whoop, whoop, whoop. This is the perfect family plan.
Shouldn't the perfect family plan include a home phone, too?
Do we think alike or what? Only Alltel gives you family-to-family minutes, so your mobile-to-mobile plan also includes your home phone. Connect the whole family and talk all you want with unlimited family-to-family minutes, plus up to 5 phones for 99 cents each. A better plan for the whole family?
You got that right.
Alltel.
Target gift cards are the perfect gift for everyone on your list.
If an 80,000-seat stadium can have a retractable roof, if a 60,000 horsepower submarine can run silently, if a 2-year-old can have 4-wheel steering, why can't you? At GMC, our engineers don't just ask questions, they have answers. GMC professional grade engineering. It's not more than you need, just more than you're used to.
40 men together, can't lose. Okay. 40 men together, can't lose. Okay. 40 men together, can't lose. Okay. 40 men together, can't lose. Okay.
All right, that may be true, but even George Allen knows when you turn the ball over, you're not going to win a football game. The Redskins and the Cowboys resume their bitter rivalry today in Landover, Maryland. But can it get any worse after today? That's hard to imagine. Very first possession in this one for the boys. They look like Michael Vick. They drive right down the field. Quincy Carter dumps it off to Richie Anderson, his first NFL touchdown. 7-0 boys, and that's all they would need. Second quarter, the Redskins' best play, and it comes on a fake punt. Brian Barker connects with Rashawn Bauman. First down, Redskins. It keeps the drive alive, but look what happens a few plays later. Tim Hasselbeck floats one up. Lavernius Coles picks it off. Picked off by Terrence Newman. Fortunately, it led to no points. Just before the half, Redskins driving, but Hasselbeck's pass floats high, and it's Newman again. His second pick of the game. Newman returns it 25 yards to the Redskins' 9-yard line. 3 plays later, quarterback Quincy Carter keeps it himself on the bootleg, gets a block, and scoots in for the score. Dallas had a 14-0 lead at half, but it seemed like 100 points. Now to the fourth, after a couple Dallas field goals, Eric Bickerstaff on his first run of the game, he goes in untouched. It was that kind of game for Dallas. 3 interceptions for Terrence Newman, a career-high 189 yards for running back Troy Hambrick. First shutout in the Cowboys-Redskins rivalry in 32 years, an all-time low for the Redskins. Michael Vick made a stunning debut last week, leading his Falcons to an overtime victory against Carolina. So how would he follow that up today on a road game at one of the NFL's top teams, the Indianapolis Colts? Vick, the new breed of mobile quarterback against a classic pocket passer, Peyton Manning. Rough start for Vick. First series, Vick gets hammered from behind. Up comes the ball. The Colts handed a gift early in this one. It would be a very long day for Vick and his team. As for Peyton Manning, he looked like the league's most valuable player. He passed for 5 touchdown passes. Second time he's done that this season. The Colts defense manhandled Vick, sacking him 4 times and hitting him a number of times. Vick's numbers were awful. 6 of 19 for 47 yards passing, 4 carries for 30 yards. The Colts, they leveled the Falcons 38-7. They shouldn't have gotten rid of Dan Reeves so early. Old Dominion Lady Monarch fans are in for a real treat tomorrow night when Florida International comes to town. The Golden Panthers are coached by former Lady Monarch and Portsmouth native Cindy Russo and assistant Ing Nissen. This is Russo's first trip back to ODU in her 25-year head coaching career at FIU.
It's really exciting for me because I've been coaching for a head coach for over 28 years, and some of my family has never seen me coach a game. So it's really exciting. We have a very young team. I'd probably like to come with a more experienced team, but this team will get better. We'll make our mark at the end of the year. I think we have a really nice chance of winning our conference, which is the Sun Belt. And we have already played Old Dominion twice, but not here. We were on neutral courts. We played them in the NCAA regionals in Tennessee, and then we played them at a tournament at the University of Miami.
And they won both times. Florida International, led by former ODU coach Cindy Russo and assistant Ing Nissen, tomorrow night at the Constant Center. Game time 7 o'clock. Hey, one thing about Tiger Woods, you can never count him out. At one point in the final round of the Target World Championship, Tiger was 10 shots back, but he made a run today. Yes, Tiger, 10 shots off the lead with 10 holes to play. Here at number 9, Tiger unleashed 6 birdies in 7 holes to cut the lead to 1. This in driving rain. Tiger almost slams the approach in for eagle. Tiger did get a little help, though, from leader Davis Love, who missed a couple of short par putts. But Love pulled himself together with his 45-foot birdie putt at 16 to make it a 2-shot lead over Woods. That's huge because Love found the sand on 18. With a sand shot, Love could easily make bogey, but he didn't, and he goes on and wins by 2 strokes over Tiger Woods.
All right, before we leave tonight, I want to say a special goodbye to Katisha Cofield, one of our producers. This has been her last show on Wavy News 10 as she goes to fulfill her...
No way. No way.
Get the gift you really want during the Unwrap a Jaguar holiday event.
Lease an X-Type for $299 at Checkered Flag Motorcars in Virginia Beach.
It's back. Arby's Italian beef and provolone. Oven-roasted beef marinated in Italian seasonings. Real Italian, real good.
What are you eating today?
Endless power.
You'll find it in James Blake and in his Citizen Echo Drive. Fueled by light, it never needs a battery. It's unstoppable. Just like the people who wear it. Citizen Echo Drive. Unstoppable.
Thanks to you, Priority Toyota and Priority Chevrolet are two of the fastest growing dealerships in the region.
Thank you!
So we're having a huge thank you sale.
Thank you!
And we've asked one of our favorite customers to help spread the word.
I just want to thank you. Interest as low as 0%. Thank you! Or up to $8,500 off. Thank you!
Big thank you sale at Priority Toyota and Priority Chevrolet. We put you first.
Thank you.
Your #1 news source, WAVY News 10 at 5.
Super Doppler 10 on your side.